Why do bad things happen to good people? It's a question that haunts us all. We see suffering everywhere. A kind neighbor's diagnosis, a family's loss, the innocent facing hardship. This question is ancient, challenging our faith and making us wonder where God is in our pain. In the land of Uz lived Job, a man described as blameless and upright, blessed with family and wealth. If anyone deserved peace, it was Job. But behind the scenes, a heavenly challenge unfolded. Satan claimed Job's faith was only strong because of his blessings. God allowed Satan to test Job, confident in his servant's heart. Job's suffering wasn't punishment, but a testament to his character. He became the center of a cosmic drama, his pain part of a story far bigger than himself. We often see only the pain, not the purpose. Job's story reminds us sometimes the reasons for our suffering are hidden, known only to God. Even when we don't understand, we are part of something greater. Disaster struck Job without warning. Messenger after messenger brought news of loss. His wealth vanished in a day, livestock stolen, servants killed, and then, the unthinkable, his children lost to a sudden storm. The grief was unimaginable, yet Job mourned and worshipped. Satan pressed further, and Job was struck with painful sores. Alone in his suffering, even his wife urged him to give up. His friends sat in silence, then accused him of hidden sin. Job faced not just loss, but judgment from those closest to him. He was left with nothing but his faith and his questions. In the ashes, Job's integrity stood firm. His pain was deep, but his response was honest. Sometimes suffering isolates us, and the world's answers only add to our pain. Job's story shows that faith can survive even when everything else is stripped away. In the darkest moments, our true character is revealed. Job didn't curse God, but he poured out his anguish, questioning and pleading for answers. His prayers were raw and honest. He wanted to understand why. Job's friends insisted suffering meant guilt, but Job knew his heart. He longed for God to speak, to explain the silence. After much debate, God finally answered, not with reasons but with questions. From the whirlwind, God revealed his power and wisdom. "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation?" God asked. God's response wasn't an explanation, but an invitation to trust. The universe is vast, and God's ways are beyond our understanding. Job learned that faith isn't about having answers, but trusting the one who does. God didn't give Job reasons, he gave him his presence. Sometimes that's the answer we need most. In God's presence, Job's questions faded into awe. He realized knowing God was more important than knowing why he suffered. Job's faith, tested by fire, emerged stronger and purer. God rebuked Job's friends for their false assumptions, but honored Job's honest struggle. Then, God restored Job, blessing him with even more than before. Job's story is not just about suffering, but about grace and redemption. We may never know the reasons for our pain, but we can know the one who holds us through it. Our suffering is never meaningless or unseen by God. In the darkest nights, faith shines brightest. Job's story calls us to trust God's heart even when we can't trace his hand. Faith isn't built on understanding our circumstances, but on knowing God's character. He is always wise, always powerful, always good.